Peggy 16.
For over 400 years, the armies of Kyros the Overlord have swept across the known world. All who stood against them fell before their might.
Tyranny is a role-playing game that's based in a world with a simple concept. The fight between good and evil is over, and evil has won.
When we first started talking about Tyranny, we came up with this idea. We're like, wow, isn't that cool? We could create a world where Sauron won.
The game takes place in an area of the world that we call the Tiers. It's a small peninsula on a much larger continent.
And the Tiers is the last holdout that hasn't been conquered by Kyros. She's the evil overlord, sort of the big bad. And you are one of her direct servants that comes down to the Tiers, and your job is to conquer it.
The player in Tyranny takes the role of a Fatebinder of Tunon.
The Fatebinder is in some ways a wandering judge, jury, and executioner.
Fatebinder, I beseech you, be my advocate for this trial.
We figured if we're gonna put you loose in this world of evil, we might as well make you one of the corrupt cops.
I mean, good and evil are all very relative in this game.
When we set up our situations and our quests, it's more about what are the agents and actors and motivations involved in this quest and who will profit from it and who will suffer.
And the fact that this world is so corrupt, it makes those choices very complex.
One decision that you make could affect someone else down the line. So even though you may think you're doing a good thing, later on, who knows, maybe that one good thing that you thought you were doing was bad for somebody else.
Did condemning another to that horrible fate achieve anything other than one more death?
By being kind or showing mercy to others, you invite an attack from other people who feel that, oh, because you're being kind to somebody, you're obviously weak and can be taken down.
They are abusing your mercy, and you either don't notice or don't care.
So Tyranny was built to be able to be played multiple times.
Each time you come back and play the game and make different choices, you get a very different experience of the story.
In our character creation system, not only are you building your character, you're actually shaping the way the world looks.
You could have anything from a city that is populated by a completely different group to another location that has been torn in half by massive earthquakes that you directly participated in.
You may have an area that has half submerged underground. If you made the opposite decision, that area of the world maybe is not affected, but another area is.
You can run across the leader of a particular faction in our game, and you make a decision to ally with them or to betray them.
You betrayed Graven Ash, the Legion, and our northern countrymen. As far as I'm concerned, you are a traitor.
The writers really had to push themselves on this game because we have to tell the story in so many different ways.
I'm not smart enough to tell you how many paths there are through this game.
And we have to always be anticipating what the player's gonna be doing.
Factions you can join, people you can side with.
You might be a loyal ally or you might be a contentious ally.
A lot of our conversations have to be written multiple different ways.
Oh, and when you're going on the major quest lines, we don't actually always send you to the same areas each time you play through the game. Forgot about that.
Because of that, we've actually had to write over 600,000 words for this game.
There are a lot of ways to play through this game.
Let's face it, there's no other game out there where you have that option to be evil, and who wants to play as the good guy?
Very proud to say that our writing, I think, is top-notch.
Rather than just quests driving the story forward, it's really my relationships in the world with the different factions.
Well, it's Obsidian, so we don't casually make games.
Definitely, this is a world you get to explore with some interesting looking characters.
We've created more unique characters than we've done in our other games.
It's a world that you're never going to forget for sure.
It's really awesome to be able to work on something where there is this much choice to do what you want.
We're all like super intense all the time. And we're like, dude, calm down, you're just making a toy. And we're like, no, it must be the best toy ever made.
Tyranny really is that next evolution of RPG for us.
We built the world of Tyranny around that idea, trying to give players every opportunity to play that real evil bastard that they want to.